All right. Good morning, everyone. Oh, no, good afternoon. I start in the afternoon. I always forget that. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see here. Okay. So just going to pull this up real quick. Okay. I'm all set. How is everyone? Hi, Shanika. Welcome in. Welcome in. Your package went out yesterday. So, yeah, I sent out 4 packages yesterday, and then I'll have at least 2 going out Monday. So, that's good. Thank you, everyone. Happy November. It's November already. Did everyone have a great week? Did you do anything fun? I think the funnest thing I did, you know what, probably when Merck and I popped up on Jen Eats did like a Halloween thing and everybody dressed up, and I didn't have a costume, but Merck had a little gnome costume, so we went on. And he was in his little gnome costume. So we did that Friday, and yeah, I think that was kind of it. I didn't really do too much this week. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, everything went out, and I did my first, like I said, on Whatnot. I'll be on every day on Whatnot. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that, because there's a thing where you can click, like, how often to repeat the show, and I click daily, and so I thought it would pop them out, but it doesn't. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I actually have to go in and create each one individually. I do like Whatnot, but I'm finding it isn't as, it can be a little tedious, some of the things you have to do as a seller. Buying is super easy. I just swipe and I'm ready to go. But as a seller, it's yeah, some of the things can be a little, but let's see. Yeah, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. Years and years and years ago, this house used to get a lot of trick-or-treaters, but I don't. I mean, and the house is like 2 apartments, and the entrance to my place is around the back, so I wouldn't get them anyways. But my landlord lives upstairs, and she doesn't get them either. So but I think it's because we're on, so there's like the main route that goes through our town, and then we're off of that. And even though there's a sidewalk on our side, I think a lot of people in town, they bring their kids to the different kind of developments. We have one area in our town called the Queens, because they said it's because it's like New York, where if you aren't sure where you are, or you're trying to find your way out and you get lost, just take lefts and you'll end up in the same spot. So that's why they call that area the Queen. So a lot of people bring them there. And then we have another area called Mudville, and it's a lot of houses really, really close together. I mean, you could probably reach out your arm from the window to hand your neighbor that cup of sugar they want to borrow. Would never have to leave your house. But and not a lot of yardage there, and so a lot of people go there because it's a lot of houses close together. So I don't know if you guys got a lot of trick-or-treaters, but yeah, so we don't, but it's okay. It's and a lot of places now also do the trunk or treats. So a lot of kids kind of go to that. I know when Lou was little, like he was a baby, probably his first 3 Halloweens, I used to take him to the mall, and we just go to the mall during the day, and some of the stores you could go around and they would have little treats for the kids. So that was kind of nice. And then as he got a little older, I took him to a few houses, but we would go see his great grandpa and some other people just to say hi and all that. So, but yeah. So, all right, let's get into a sale. That's what you're here for, right? Not my boring life. So as you know, or if you're new in the Little Lurkers Lounge, welcome, enjoy lurking, pop in and say hi anytime. I often am in Lurkers Lounge, so I like to put on sales while I'm working because I feel like I have someone with me. So I do ship from Massachusetts, and I use PayPal for invoicing and Pirate Ship for shipping to get you the cheapest shipping option. So I do invoice at the end of the month. And so this way you can kind of build a box, and it helps save on your shipping costs as well. If you find you need something sooner, please email me and I can certainly get it out to you sooner. I don't mind doing that. I just kind of like to, save you money. And yeah, so and my sales are Sunday at 2 p.m. here. And I also am typically on Whatnot on Thursday evenings, about 7:30. But this month I'll be on Whatnot every night. I'm trying to keep it around that 7:30 time. I think some nights I was doing 5. And I know one night will be 4:30 because I'm doing some things after I have already committed something. So like this Wednesday, for example, I have a library trustees meeting, and that starts at 7. So I'll probably do my show from like 5 to 6. So my show there 5 to 6. But yeah, that's that. And then I am looking at adding another weekday evening for YouTube. So that announcement will be coming soon. I think I've kind of found a spot, but I'm not 100% on it. So but that'll be coming soon. So I have, let's see, I've got 14 items today. Well, a little more than 14 because one is like a choice of 4, but so really there's 17, but you'll see. All right, so we'll get started. And I feel like there's a little flower theme going on today because quite a few of the pieces I picked have flowers on them, but that's okay. Flowers are beautiful. We can enjoy them. So, all right. So first item I have, let's see here. Okay. Oh, hi, Jennifer. Welcome in. The other thing I forgot to mention is all of my pieces I do starting bids just so that if more than one person wants to claim, you have the chance to, just, internet's lag and things like that. So, so that is, I feel like it gives everyone kind of a fair chance, and there's no, ooh, hit the wrong thing. Yes, thank you. Oh, hi, Nathan. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Share me out. You can share me out. That would be great. I love that. Okay, let's see here. Gonna do that. And we'll highlight this up. Okay, so I have a new, I had this out as a display. This was mine, but it was in my China hutch, but I never used it. So I don't want to say it's new in package. I just want to say it's unused in package. So it's a really cute set. This is from At Home America. I purchased this back in, I want to say 2005. maybe 2006. At Home America they were a really great company. It was basically like an MLM. They would come to your home and do a party, but I had a friend at church and she did them. She did the parties and she did really well. And they're no longer, they closed their doors, but this is a really sweet set. So here's the first piece. Let's see here. You can see it's the green with envy set. Oops. At Home America. So this is a beautiful, like a dark sage green with those ivy lines going across. And so there's that piece. And then here are the other two pieces. So they're essentially the same. You can put them like this together. You could do one like this and one like this. You know, add this on the side. Or you could spread them out across the table. That would be cute. So let me get you some measurements. This one is 18 across and about 3.5 this way. And none of these have any chips or cracks or anything like that. These two are equal in size, and so it's 4.5 here, and then oh wait, that's 4.5. Hold on. Oh, okay. So this is the same size. This one looks a little longer, but it's not. And then from this point down here, that's also 4.5. So, yeah, a little optical illusion for your eyes. But a really sweet set. Starting at 14. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so let me see here. I'm just going to wrap these in the bubble wrap, and I will put them back in the box a little later, after the sale. Save some time. Okay. And of course, if you're watching on the replay and you see something and it's not changed, or you're watching now and I get to, that was the first item, I get to item 9 and you decide, you know what, I cannot live my life without that green with envy serving set, you can put it in the chat. Okay, so, and after the sale, you can, of course, email. Let's see here. Next is, okay. Okay. And show that. All right, so this next item is, I have a really sweet frame. So obviously you can see it's clear in the back, but it has these beautiful dried flowers in it. And I didn't get a chance to wipe that off first. It's a little smudgy. Let me make it look nicer for you. This is, my unpreparedness. Actually, what happened was, I was in the bathroom getting ready, and I decided to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes to pluck gray hairs. Does anyone else do that? I know they say that it makes more grow, but I don't really think it does. I think that's a wives' tale, because I don't get them too often. But, okay, that's better. So you've got the beautiful flowers in there. And a little frame on the back. Can sit. I'm sure If you wanted to hang it, you could. You could just use command strips. You know, you'll see them through here, but, you know, so that's really sweet. And this is 5, is that a 5x5? Oh, this is 5x6. And then the picture, the frame is for like a 2 1/4 by a 2 1/4. So a smaller picture. But that'd be sweet. Okay. And let's see, next item. Okay. Right. Okay. So next you have a choice between books. Starting at 6. So I have this really cute one called Unlikely Animal Friendships. And this book is, it has 47 heartwarming stories of interspecies friendship documented in amazing photos that challenge everything we think we know about the animals and the lives they lead. So really sweet. Let's see here. Look at that dog and his little donkey. Okay, I'm just going to push this over a little bit. The elephant and the stray dog. I think it'd be really funny if an elephant was friends with a mouse, you know, because they say that elephants are afraid of mice. And here's a goat and a hippopotamus. Oops, I'm covering it. How cute. Okay. So you have Macaw and the kitten. Look, he's like, that's my friend. We're just hanging out. So cute. Monkeys and okay, capybaras are so cute. If you don't know, capybaras are actually related to guinea pigs. So I've always said I would love to have one as a pet. And you have to have water for them, and I mean I wouldn't let them swim in the swamp out back. So okay, this is just adorable. So you have a dog here. It's a Rhodesian Ridgeback and a little tiny baby pig. Oh, so cute. Okay, so that's the first choice. And the second choice is Unlikely Loves. So this is 43 Tales in the Animal Kingdom. They're documenting unusual pairings whose tender bond can only be called love. Oh. So that's so sweet. Oh, look at you got a sweet little puppy and a goat. I mean, goats are just adorable. How could you not love them? I want to go, but I want one to stay tiny, like a baby. I just want a small one. But even the smallest, like pygmy goats, they still get bigger than what I would want. And look at this one. This dog is like raising a baby deer and some bunnies. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so just so you know, so that, if you don't know, that's a guinea pig. See how tiny they are compared to the capybara? But I want to show this one. Look, an otter and a badger. How sweet. Badgers are kind of cute, even though they're super vicious. A boa constrictor and a pit bull. I think that's enough for no, pass. That guy on I follow him on Facebook, Leo something, and he's just like, no thank you. That would be me. No thank you. So that's your choices there. But we'll set those aside. And let's see here what's next. Okay. So this next item, let's see here. Okay. All right. So next I have, this is from, here's the brand, Rosina's Bone China, made in England. It's this beautiful little floral dish. This could be cute in on your vanity with maybe, you know, either some little keep your jewelry in it, or put your makeup in there. Could also be good on in your bathroom with maybe some soaps in there or some rolled up hand towels. So measurement for this is, let's see here, just under 6¼ inches, just under. And then the height would be about 1½ inches. Oops. So there's the pattern. There's no chips or cracks or anything. There is a little bit of fading on the gold on a couple of corners. Maybe, yeah, maybe all the corners, but other than that, it's really, really pretty. I loved all the flowers. But again, no chips or anything, no call-outs at all. And there you go. So there's that one. And let's see. Oh. Sorry, just what I have. Okay. Okay. So next I have, this is a vintage, egg collecting basket. These are mainly used for decor. Now, I don't know that anyone actually goes out to their chicken coop and collects eggs with these. Maybe they do. If they do, that's cool. But so you get the basket. As you see it here. This is it's metal wire, and then it has the wooden eggs inside. There are 8 of them. So this would be really sweet. You don't have to keep the eggs in there. You could use those elsewhere, and then you could put like a plant in here and have it coming out. Or you could even leave the eggs in there and then put like a small plate on top or something that could fit in here. And then put a plant on that and have the plant coming out. Or you could use it to hold napkins or utensils, anything like that. So, and then this is, let me see how high this is. Well, I can tell you this is 7 inches wide. And with the handle, it's about 10 inches tall. So, all right. But we'll pass on that one there. And then let's see what's next here. Okay. All right. And so this next one is, I have these really cute, these are actually from Cracker Barrel. They are newer. I actually purchased these and they were in my hutch for a while, but my hutch is now getting fuller with more Schnauzer figurines, so choices had to be made. But they're super cute little guys. I love their coloring. Their little eyes there. I love how on their shell it shows a flower. And then here's the back. And they do have their stoppers. So I never use these for salt and pepper. They were just decor pieces. And then this guy is the same here. Back there. Again with the bottom. So these are just a $5 start. Oh, the tops there. 2 tops. So. Oh, let me get you measurements. All right, so they're about 2 inches this way, and at the top of his head is $1.50. So yes, they would be cute. See, I would love to have plants, but the only windows, like if you can see that window there, I have one there and then one on the other side right here, that one, and that's it. And so that's all the windows I have for down here. I just don't have the light necessary. I mean, there's one couple windows obviously upstairs, but I'm down in like a basement apartment. So unfortunately, every time I bring plants, they just don't make it. I had one plant that made, I had a spider plant, and I put it in the enclosure with shell and he ate it. So that was kind of a bummer. I said no. but yeah, so they're cute, but we'll pass on those. Okay. And then next is, let me see what I got here. Okay, so I have here. So this is from, it is still, it's not new in box, but it comes in its box. I don't believe it was ever used. So that's why I'm kind of calling it new old stock, is it doesn't look like it was used. It looked like it was just kind of sat out. It also still has the paperwork with it. And so you have the jar here. Let me get... You can see the, oh, it's a little hard to see the pattern. Yeah, it's hard. You can kind of, you can see it here. It's got the little flower. The paper's not helping. There we go. You can see that better now. Light. Sweet little flower on the front. It does have its made in Taiwan sticker. So it's a sweet little dish. And then here is the topper. Really sweet bronze with the daisies. And this is metal. And it says Princess House 1989 and Taiwan on it. That's the underneath. You just put that in there. That would be pretty. So you wouldn't even have to, if you don't do the potpourri, you could even just put fresh dried flowers in there, or you could just maybe some fairy lights in there. So you don't always have to use it. Or with this having openings, you could put makeup brushes in between the openings and have that be for your makeup brushes. So, but I just thought that was really sweet. Hi, Monica. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. So, okay, but yeah, so you would get this obviously in the box that it's in with the directions. Put that on the top there. Okay. Now, let's put that. All right, so next, okay. So this next item is pretty unusual. It's not even what I thought it was when I purchased it. Okay. Okay. So, now I'm not going to put in what it is. I'm not going to hit enter. When you see this, okay, this beautiful piece here, what does that look like to you? Okay, Monica. So here, and I'll show the sides and the back here. And you've got the beautiful flowers here. Okay, so this was labeled as a vintage flower holder. And I'm like, well, no, that's got to be a flower frog with like a trinket dish attached to it, right? So I was kind of looking up. I wanted, find out. And then this is I'll show you the maker's mark on the bottom. So I wanted to find out, the year it's from and everything as I'm looking it up. Toothbrush holder, flower. Yeah. So this is actually an antique cigarette holder, which I was like, okay. But then when it showed all the other ones, I went, oh, okay. I'd never heard of this. I guess smoking was fancy back in the day. But yeah, I saw it was so beautiful, and there's no on these flowers here. So on a lot of pieces, when you have these flowers that stick out like that, the way they do, they often have like little chips or petals missing, or even sometimes the whole thing are off. But they're not. That's why I love finding these pieces that way, and I do grab them up when I find them. So, and that they're also hand painted, which is gorgeous. But yeah, so this is where you put the cigarettes, and then this is the ashtray. Now, I don't think this was ever used as it because it's very, very clean, unless the woman who had it before me, she cleaned it really, really well. Yeah, I wonder. So, but, and then, so, and I was also looking up the maker because that is the maker's mark. And what I found was, it was, I'm not going to say that right, Camille Noted. That's an N, not an IV. Sorry. But yeah, because when I tried looking up that mark, and it just nothing was really saying for certain, because even they said it was this and like, oh, but we can't guarantee it. I'm like, well, that's not helpful. So, but I just thought this was so useful. I would not use this for a cigarette holder and ashtray. You could put little flowers in here. There's lots of little things you could put in there, and then you could use this, maybe put rings in here, or put it by the kitchen sink and use that for your straw brushes. That's what I think of, taking the little brushes we get to clean our reusable straws. But yeah, you could put your rings in here while you're washing your dishes or your bracelets. And but that's just, it was really, really beautiful, and they go really, really high. But and every single one, when I was looking, I did not see a single, like, no two were alike. So my guess is that these are really hard to find if I'm not seeing like 5 sellers with the same one. The only time I saw 2 that were alike is because it was the same pictures but on different platforms. So they're cross-platform sellers. But it was really beautiful and interesting. And so, and then I'll show the leaves and the grapes. So there's that one. Okay, so I'll put that one back over here. That was my interesting find. I actually found that when I went out a couple weekends ago up to Northern Mass and met up with Johnny. I call him New England. I call him Cajun Johnny, but New England Cajun Roots Johnny. So let's see here. All right. Okay. Bring the so I have another At Home America piece. Again, still in the package. These were ones that I purchased and never used. So here, you get a set of 3, and they're this cream color. Is that white? This isn't like a pure white. This is just, I don't know. I don't think this is white. I think this is like a light cream, but I don't think it's perfectly white. And then you have the red. Is that marked? No. Then you have the red inside. That is a little bit darker. It's not quite maroon, but it is a little bit darker of a red. And nothing on the bottom on this one. I don't know if any of them have So here's the other one. And here's the third one here. Right, so this one does have some crazing on it, which, ooh, let me see here. That might blow it out, I think. Okay, let me tip that back. I don't know if you can really see the crazing, but there is some crazing on this one, not the others. I'm very surprised like that because, again, this is something I would have bought in like 2005, 2006. So, and I'm also surprised it's on one, but I don't see it on the others. So maybe that's all has to do with like the glazing process. That'd be something fun to research, is how long before it starts crazing. So, but you get all three of them. They're really sweet. You can set a tea light in there. You can, because this is like coated, you could use just the candle, or you could use like a regular one, or you could get those battery powered ones, and that'd be sweet like outside, you know, say if you're having like Memorial Day weekend barbecue or 4th of July barbecue, and you could probably even use this Valentine's Day too with the red there. Set it around with some blue decor. So, and these are, oops, these are a smidge over 3 1/4 across, and a little bit over 1 1/2 tall all the way. So very, very cute. Right, I'm just going to this here and put that between there. Those are a little easier to put away than the green ones and the green set. Okay. So my next piece okay. So I just have this set. Kind of an odd thing to bring, but this is brand new in package. What did you plan to do with them? I had planned to, so I had another set. It was like that same style, but they were a lot longer, and you could put crackers and cheese in them. So I had those out, and I had planned to put those out between them with the little electric tea lights in them in between, just for table decor. But my table is really small at the time, so it didn't end up working out. I never got to use them for that, and I have already since sold off the cracker and cheese serving set. I was trying to sell it all together, but the person didn't want the tea light holders. So I wasn't going to force them to take them, but so that was kind of my plan. But so, yep, so just a brand new in package, the Honey Treasures set. And, oh, it uses acacia, manuka, and lavender honey. So there's 3 honeys in here. And they are, so the shampoo is 28 ounces and the conditioner is 26.6 ounces. I mean, they look the same size, but that's probably weight. So there's that. Thought I'd offer that up. What's the next one? Okay. Okay, I'll put you down for that. Let me see here. I got you for, all right, this goes with the, okay. So I will put you down for the shampoo and conditioner set. All right, those are yours. Okay. Come on, there we go. Okay, so what I have here is, this is, I'll show you the, so there's the maker's mark there, made in Occupy Japan. And I actually was speaking with someone about this, and it turns out with this maker's mark, this style of it, that means that it was produced sometime between 1946 to 1953. So it was like post World War. But it's a gravy boat with the attached plate. You can see you get the little bonus flowers, as Trisha calls them. But it has a beautiful design here on the edge, or the rim, I should say. And there's no chips or cracks or flea bites or anything like that. And you have these beautiful flowers here. And then it's the same design over here as well. And then the design on the edge there. Again, on the bottom. So, and when I looked this up, this was, I mean, it was, I was thinking between $45 and $70. And that was for the same design. I think it was just on different platforms. It was listed different prices. And I'm like, that's just, I think maybe if you collected this, you had this pattern, and this was like the one piece missing and you really needed it and there was only one listing, maybe you'd pay that. But I just thought that was a little crazy. I just think this is so sweet, and you don't have to use this for gravy. This is something you could even put in, again, something else in your bathroom, where you could have some washcloths in it, or you could put the soaps in there, you could have jewelry in there, because you've got the dish down here too where you could put jewelry. You don't always have to use things for the purpose that they were intended to be used. Think of all those people that upcycle their teacups and saucers, and so they glue the teacup down like that on the plate, and then they hang them up and they put bird feed in there, which I think is a great use of them. So, but a little dusty there. Well, this was a beautiful piece. Let me get you measurements. So let's see here. This is 9 1/4 across from handle to handle. And then at the widest, we're looking at just a smidge over 6 inches from here to here. So, and then the height is just about 3 inches tall here. Yes. Yeah. Lids are nice. Yeah, I like lids, like, even because once you like serve yourself, and then when you want to put a lid on, because I don't, yeah, put the lid on, and then when you get ready to put it away, that's when you take the lid off and you put it in containers and put it in the fridge. So, yeah. But, so, all right. So let me put this piece aside. What's the next one? Oh. let's do one. I'm just going to update this here. Okay. So we'll do that. And this. Okay. So this was, and this you saw when I brought into my my thrift haul. This was now it doesn't have the handle, but this is a teacup style, and it's a little planter. The plate is attached, so, and you can see how it has the openings there, and that's because down here in the bottom is a hole. So it's a sweet little teacup planter, and it has violets on it. Same picture over here. This is not hand painted. This is a transfer, but, and then it's just the Nantucket is just the brand. So this is very sweet. There's no it has the gold around the edges, and there's none missing. Down at the bottom there. I know they even put the flowers in here where you can't really hardly see them. And I love the gold detailing here. So they did a really good job making these. Okay. So this piece is about 3 1/4 across here. And the height is just under 4 inches, like a smidgen, just under 4 inches. So that's really sweet. And again, it's called a planter, but you don't have to use it for a planter. You could have this next to your sink to put, if you have like a handled brush that you use to, like, say when you wash your cups or something, you can put in there, and then when the water drains, it comes out here, and so that's always an option too. So we can pass on that. Yes, herbs would be cute, very cute in there. Then you have it on your counter, and when you're making dinner, you just go pluck and sprinkle on your plate. Okay. All right, so this is the last one, and this again has 4 choices. So okay. All right, so I just have some different options for just some hair accessories. They're all new in the package. They're just ones that I can't use. I bought a bundle lot, and these are ones I can't use. So the first one is, this one is like so this one is a headband. You can see it's knotted up here, and it does have it's cloth covered. You can see the it's got her name there, and then there's the back. Your second choice is these also headbands, but you get the package of the 2 skinny headbands. So this one has the leopard print similar as this one, and then the bottom one is like a faux leather here, and there's the back there. They don't say a size, they just say headbands. So the third choice is a little mini hairbrush to gently detangle there. Oh, it's for wet and dry and all hair types. And there's the back. And again, in the leopard print. And the last one are, it says there's 450 pieces, and they're hair bands. And you can see the colors: clear, a little light tan, and darker tan, and then a light brown and a dark brown, and then black. So, and that's sweet. It comes in a little zip bag that you can keep them all together so you don't lose them. These are just too small for my hair. I use the big hairbands. So, different print. Okay. This one, the cloth one, I think that's the one you need. You mean? Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Put that with your shampoos. There we go. All right. So these 3 ones are still left. And I'll show the colors on the back here. And those are my last items today. So yeah, a little shorter than last time. And I don't have to worry. You remember when I was doing the all the craft items, and I was like, oh no, the live's gonna end because when I have I was on the, so I use EVMux for my streaming service, and they have the free plan, the basic, and then the like pro or advanced or something. So I was doing the free plan, and because I wasn't really going live too much. My sales, they're typically shorter, so I was using that, but I just upgraded. I got the basic, so I don't have to worry if I go over 2 hours. So that'll be nice, especially, because I'm wanting to add that second day. Although I don't think it's too, I think it's just each stream, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered, but, all right, so again, that was everything. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. If you are watching on the replay and you see anything you're interested in that was not claimed, you can, oops, where'd it go? There we go. You can send me an email right here, fullshelfshop@gmail.com. Just let me know what you're interested in. I would still need you to, actually, you can fill out that jot form, because that'll send me your information. If you have not already, then there's a space, there's a box there, and so you could put in there what you were interested in if you would like. But yeah. So yep. So you'll find me next Sunday. I'll be here at 2, and actually this tomorrow, I'm on with Angie from Angie's Oddity. I'm on her channel. And I believe that's at 6:30. But give me 1 second. I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, 6:30. And so I'll be there. And let me see. I'm just going to, what did I do? Hit something. Go. Okay. I think she's already got it up. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just going to get you the link for that. If you would like to save that and click notify me, that will let you know once we go live. Okay, so if you click that and then click notify me, that'll let you know when the show's going, but it's tomorrow at 6:30. And then the following week, I'll be here Sunday again as well, at 2 p.m. And then on the 11th, which is the Tuesday next week at 7 p.m., I'll be on Angela Isaac, Vintage and More again. I had fun again with Angie. So I was on last month with her, and it was really fun. And so we're doing it all again. And yeah, so Sundays, and then those 2, and then my Whatnots. So, and Whatnot, I'm just under Full Shelf Shop. So Thank you again, everyone, for coming, and I really appreciate it. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. All right. Have a great day, everyone.